Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up third and
Herbert on third down now. In trouble, and he's taken down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Green off the play fake. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Green. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Beats put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They'll go again with Dobbins. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Herbert. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Herbert throwing again. And he wisely will throw that one away. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the off.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Green. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they'll send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Patriots take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Herbert. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Herbert. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on them, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Herbert, they set up the screen for Dobbins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll go down at the 28. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you...
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. There he goes right side. The 20. 10, 5, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Second down and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
On 1st and 10, Green flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Green. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to throw. Green to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5.
Jacobs again, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Beats are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it is 28-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw pulled in by Renfro. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on second down. Herbert. Back to Renfro again, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Again, Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert now. That'll be complete to Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Evans. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To the air again, Herbert. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Renfro from 6 yards away. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Green. Quick slant to Shakir. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Green to throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. To throw is Green. Throwing on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Another run here with Dobbins. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Green. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. But now Sean McDermott will throw out the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds?
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New England's offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Herbert back to the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Green. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Green down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. This is intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. The 40. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And here's Green on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. New England trying to get a place on offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now in Foxborough. New England on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now here's Green on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Green to throw on 3rd down. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Looking to throw. Green. Has his man. It's Shakir. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Back to throw. Green. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. Green. Open man, and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. And caught by Henry. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. To throw is Green. To throw on 2nd down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Green. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Running it with Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now Green from the gun on 3rd down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record, but instead it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44, Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team,
They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They snap it to Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down, Jacobs once more. 108 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off.